after a full review of this then, and if you've seen it before, this is because this is the washing machine guy's own machine, which due to unfortunate circumstances I now have, and I am keeping it for him till he gets to the point where he can then have it back again. But anyway, we will now use this. I've done a couple of films of it solo, and I plan on also, after this review, at some point down the line, doing some wash races with it, with different makes and models. If everything goes accordingly to plan, I've not got to this point yet, but there will be one of an Indesit and a Bush, as well as this. That'll be one wash race video. Also planning also at some point this against a Lindo against a few other older Zanussis. So you'll get to see that at some point, hopefully. Right, what have we got here then? Well, we've got a brand new, modern, on the market, Zanussi Flextime. Current price is anywhere between £429 up to £519. That's if certain shops have got it in stock. There are some online that do have it on stock, but other retailers just don't have it currently available. They haven't taken it off their website yet, but it's currently unavailable. So it's still worth at least reviewing this model, just in case you do end up with it. I've had it for a bit now, done a couple of loads of washing through it. The manual's quite a little bit misleading, so it's best if we go through this machine, so at least you can actually see what's good and what's bad, what's what I like and everything, and what I think needs to maybe improve a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. So, first off, straight from off, there is no filter. Yeah. So we still carried on over from the old Zanussis of yesteryear where they had no filter, and instead of putting one in, they still haven't put one in, which is really annoying. There's still no serviceable filter. Yeah. 2, the door. I don't like this door design. I am not being funny, but this looks like it comes straight from a bush. It looks like it took a bush door or a Vestal door, as to put it, and then enlarged it by about 30% and then stuck it on. This one's got a black door, and the other models have a white door. This isn't a black door by accident, this is a black door by design. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a pull door as well, with a little ratchet there, so no different to the old Lindos, of course, but they have to have it due to being an XXL wide opening door. That is 34 centimetres wide, so it's easy enough to unload and load washing. Nice update though from the old Lindos is that it no longer fills through the door seal. It now fills back through the tub. Now I actually like that, because the problem with the old Lindos, the old Lindo 300s and the 100 actually, is that when it filled through the door, it required a custom metal band, and this metal band just wasn't strong enough at all. So much so that I ended up with 2 Lindos in with the same problem, where the band had just simply come away, causing it to leak. And my fix for that was actually just to remove the band altogether and put something more stronger on. Cable ties. Yeah, little hint there. Anyway, this is the 8 kilo drum as well, and it is the 8 kilo drum. It's smaller than the 9 and 10 by a good couple of inches, but still it's going to be plentiful for your everyday washing. We just got our deflector there, but there's finally no fill here, which I like. Drum design wise, we've got like a hexagon design full of holes with 3 drum paddles, of course. These rather shallow drum paddles, not brilliant when you're washing small loads. The small loads do bob around a bit until it gets fully wet, and that could take some time. A little reminder on to read the manual, remove all items from your pocket, and don't leave stuff trapped in the door when closing the door. Right, I've got our ratings plate down there with our production number of 914918202-03 with a serial number of 216000009. 21. So 21. I think the first numbers is the year, followed by the 6, which is the month, because I think it's all backwards. So it's 21 or 6. Might be the first 6th week. I can't remember. I think it's split into weeks. I can't remember if it's weeks or months. I used to be able to date them, but I completely forgot how to do it now. So if anyone wants to date the machine, can there. The washing machine guy has left the energy label on the machine, which is great. It uses apparently 63 kilowatt hours over 100 cycles. That's 0.63 kilowatts using Eco 4060 with full loads. 8 kilos in 3.5 hours with 47 litres of water. Although Colin's manual, it's actually 50. And 74 decibels during the spin, so it gets a grade B for loudness. So while it's in standby mode, the 20-degree option and the no spin option flash ever so slightly. Can we see? But when you turn the machine on, like so, they turn solid. But they also remain there. They just don't go off, which is a little bit misleading. Anyway, on the top point of the dial, there's nothing there. So you've got 3 dashes in the display. It's 3 hours 11 and 3.5 hours according to the one at the bottom. Washed at 40 degrees and 1400 spin. This is made for washing a full load of heavily soiled cotton laundry. To achieve the same results at 60, you can wash both mix of 40 and 60 degree labelled items together all in one wash. This is all part of the energy standard of the machine. So, right. And then you can't change program. Yet, in the manual, it will tell you that you'll have a 60 degree and 30 degree options. Now, if you do have these, you'll find the 60 degree option is your cotton standard Eco 60 degree, which again uses less water and less energy than the standard cotton 60 degree program. And 30 is your cotton standard 40 program that again uses less energy and less water than the equivalent cotton 40 program, ultimately by washing at a lower temperature. However, Eco 4060 is the only one that actually hits 40 during the entire cycle. It does do a load detection, and with less washing in, both the achieved temperature and amount of water used per cycle is lowered. Then we got the cotton cycle, made for washing a full 8 kilo load. Right, we've got variable temperature, 40, 30, 20 degrees, cold, 90 and 60. We've got variable spin, we've got 1400, 1200, 800, no spin, which cuts all the intermediate spins out and the final spin, but we'll add extra rinses to compensate. Then we've got rinse hold, which will run the cycle as normal, and we'll get to a rinse hold stage. When you get to the stage, it will tumble, you know, for about 18 up to 18 hours before it aborts completely. But if you press start at any point whilst in rinse hold mode, it will go into spin mode and complete the final spin. Then we've got that, which is decibel reduce, also known as night cycle. So the rinses, the intermediate spins are suppressed and it automatically goes into rinse hold mode. If you press play pause at the end of the cycle, it does say drain, but more than likely it will go into final spin. I've not actually tried it out, so not 100% sure on that. On the older versions of Zanussi, that's what it used to do. Then we've got a pre-wash option, which adds on a 30-minute wash cycle before the main wash at 30 degrees, and it's there for removing dust, dirt, sand, granular kind of dirt, or pre-treating stains, which is quite good. Then we've got extra rinse, which when selected will add on a few rinses. I think it adds 2 on cottons and 1 on synthetics, and basically 1 on anything else. But I'll see what happens when we go through the programs. Then easy iron, it limits the final spin, adjusts the final spin altogether as well. So it has stages during the spin, several stages where it will go up, come down, and decrease the close. It will also adjust the intermediate spins as well as the rinsing stages as well. You can put full load in, but I recommend no more than a half, otherwise you'll end up with excessive creasing anyway. Got delay start as well. Up to 20 hours. And we've got flex time. Now flex time gives you 5 levels. Oh no, wait, it gives you 3. Yeah, I can't understand this at all. Now, why has it got 5 dashes when there's only 3 options? Well, if you have a Zanussi washer dryer, integrated washer dryer, you get 5 levels. So they decided to only program 3 in. Anyway, we've got normal setting, which is made for washing normal soil laundry. I'll just do this because we've got what's known as quick, which is a sort of daily wash made for washing lightly soil laundry. It is recommended to reduce the size of the load, but it doesn't really say how much. And then we got a very short program, which washes a half load. It's recommended a half load. If you put more than half load in, it will kind of shout at you. It's overloaded. No more than half a load of very lightly soiled laundry, and it's washed, rinsed, and spun in sort of around an hour. Yeah, even a 90-degree program is an hour 14. Right, there's a few hidden icons, can we see? Here. Right, the key lock will light when the door is locked at any point. This one is obviously for your delay start, which will light during, if you select delay start, for example, or during delay start, it will remain lit. This icon has no information whatsoever in the book for the user manual, but it looks like a little Wi-Fi icon, so it allows you to connect to your smartphone or something like that and be able to use an app to start the cycle from your phone. This icon looks to be like heavy soiled, even though there's no icon anywhere for it. Again, it's not explained. This one is extra rinse icon, which isn't explained at all in the manual because you've already got an extra rinse option. But on other machines, you can select a permanent extra rinse and then that icon will be always lit. That's your little steam icon, which again, this machine doesn't have. This, I have no idea. Looks like a lightning bolt through a t-shirt. These dots here will light after so many cycles to remind you to run a hot wash through the machine. However, if you're selecting 60 or 90 pretty much all the time, it will never ever light. After around 30 cycles, it will light though if you're washing at 40 degrees and under. This little icon here is for your child lock, which can be attained by pressing the easy iron button for 3 seconds. And then this icon lights at the start of the cycle. Now that means to add garments. So, whilst that's lit, you can pause the machine to then add more laundry. Also, there's something else as well that this machine has. This machine has something called auto adjust, which basically weighs the laundry for the first 30 seconds of the cycle. There is a little max indicator hidden, apparently, somewhere in the display. Where? And if it is overloaded with laundry for that cycle, it will show up max. You can then pause the machine and unload the laundry and then try it again. Now, if it comes up with max, it will not do anything for around 30 seconds or so. However, when the 30 seconds has lapsed, the machine will automatically start the cycle. Then we've got synthetics. This allows you to wash 3 kilograms, not 4, of man-made fibres. Again, we can have up to 60 degrees. It presets and spins at 1200 RPM, as well as being able to have no spin, rinse, hold, and reduce noise. You can have also a pre-wash option, extra rinse option, and the easy iron option, as well as being able to have flex time as well. Delicates allows you to wash 2 kilograms of delicate fibres. And I mean, so these are synthetic fibres that need to be washed with greater amounts of water. So it has a higher wash level, higher rinse levels, has more gentler intermediate spins. Yeah, this is the first generation where it still spins during intermediate spins. And 1200 spin, which I think is shorter than the synthetic version. Presets at 30, though of course you can go up to 40. Spin speed, maximum of 1200 RPM, and it's preset there. No pre-wash option available. Extra rinses available. No easy iron available. No flex time either. Then we've got the wool cycle, which is made for washing 1.5 kilograms of woolens, marked out machine washable safe. So it presets at 40, as it would do on most wool cycles. You can obviously have 30 and colder. Has a very rampant 1200 spin. It's very short, but it gets to 1200 very fast. As well as being having no spin and rinse hold, but there is no night cycle, simply because there's no intermediate spins. And there's no options. Then we got the denim cycle. So this runs a sort of gentler program compared to synthetics, more vigorous than delicates. It runs with a few rinses to ensure that the detergent is fully washed out. Max load is for 3 kilo. It presets at 30. But you can go up to 40, and same as spin. It presets at 800 RPM, but again, you can go up to 12. There's no pre-wash. You can have an extra rinse, but it will only add on 1. And you can have easy iron as well, but there's no flex time. Then you got the sportswear program. This is for me washing synthetic-based sportswear materials. It has a shorter wash and is sort of uses more water in various places. Max temperature is 40. It presets at 1200 RPM. There is also there's no night cycle. You can have a pre-wash. You can add on extra rinse. You can have easy iron, but there's no flex time. One really annoying thing about easy iron is once you select it after being on, say, the maximum spin, and then you decide, oh, I don't want it, it doesn't reset that spin, which is annoying. This is Zanussi. Stop being a hot point, please. Now we've got spin and drain. This allows you to spin any amount of laundry you wish. It presets at 1400 RPM, which is the maximum spin speed for the machine. However, if we go to 800 RPM, it drops to 8 minutes. And what it will do now is run a delicate cycle, spin cycle. So it's shorter. That's not bad, is it? No options, of course. Then we've got rinse and spin. Does one final rinse followed by the final spin. You can rinse as much laundry as you want, up to 8 kilo, of course. If you add on extra rinse, it adds on 2 rinses, so it'll do 3 rinses followed by a final spin, with intermediate spins where if possible. I like this, so you can have 1 final rinse and final spin, or you can have 3 rinses and final spin. And there's no easy iron option. Yeah, you can't even combine them. When you go to 800, again you notice 4 minutes have been taken off, and that's because it runs a delicate version of the rinses and spin. So of course when you do that, obviously limit the load for the delicates. And likewise you can add on 2 extra rinses with that program as well. Then we've got dark colours, which is made for washing mixed cottons and synthetic blends, which is quite confusing when it then says you can wash a full load of 8 kilo. It runs with extra rinsing as part of the programming to ensure your darks stay the darkest. It presets at 40, and you can have up to 60. Presets at 1200. You can have a pre-wash. You can add on a further extra rinse, so you'll take the rinse count up by 1, not 2. There's no easy iron option, but there is flex time. There we go. Yeah, so flex time still allows you to maintain those extra rinses whilst still being quick. Not bad. Then we've got clean boost cycle. You can't change the temperature, it's preset at 60. You can change the final spin if you want. You can add a pre-wash. You can add extra rinse. But you can't have easy iron. There's no flex time either. What Clean Boost does is extend the wash time, maintains 60 degrees for several minutes to kill off 99.9% of bacteria, adds on extra rinse anyway, as well as being able to add on extra rinse as a function as well. So already ups the rinse count to ensure that clothes that are put in are fully rinsed as well. So ideally this cycle is good for washing close to contact skin items such as socks, underwear, towels and bedding. Then we've got 40-minute refresh program. This washes at 30 degrees and has a short 800 RPM spin. It's made for washing or refreshing, shall we say, 1.5 kilos of items that need refreshing. Then we got the 30-minute rapid wash, which presets at 40 and 1200 spin. It's made for washing 3 kilograms of lightly soiled laundry of cotton and synthetics in just 30 minutes at 40 degrees, or 20 minutes at 30 degrees. And ends with a 1200 spin. Actually, the 40 degree program actually only lasts around 26 minutes. But 30 degrees does last 20 minutes. You've also got variable spin, of course. You've got 800 and no spin, no rent sold, no reduce noise. you'll have no options available. Then we've got 60-minute easy wash, which is actually 59 minutes. It will preset at 30. You can have 30, 60, or 40, all the same time, and a final spin of 1400 RPM. Like you've seen there, you can have extra rinse, but there's no other options. 5 kilograms of cotton or mixed laundry quickly and thoroughly in 59 minutes. That is lightly to normal soiled. So basically it's a daily wash for a daily load. So fill no more than 2/3 up in the drum, but you'll get really good results. So we've got our detergent drawer. Now it's split into 3 compartments. It's much shorter than the older drawers on older Zanussis. So this one is your fabric softener. Don't fill past the maximum line, otherwise it will prematurely go back into the wash and make your detergent ineffective. Then you've got this section for your pre-wash and this section for your main wash. Now you can add liquid detergent into this compartment. Now I recommend that if you are using liquid detergent to actually pour it into the drawer, because it dissolves a lot better than putting it into the drum. So if you've got like stuff like this, put it into there. However, if we're using powder, we've got to put this away. So what we've got to do is put this flap away. Or, likewise, if you want to put the flap down, is to actually kind of remove the drawer. So we've got to push down on this button here, pull it out slightly, flip that back over, and then push that back in. There we go. Hope it is. Right, so you can now add garments if you wish. This means it hasn't exceeded the full load. So you can pause whilst in this mode and add extra garments if you wish. Also, other than the very short which we have selected here, it may do it still, but more than likely on the normal or the quick wash, the normal or the quick options, it will detect the load size 20 minutes after the machine has started, and then recalculate from there. We'll have to see if it does it with this. They smell great. They creased. Not very well spun, oddly enough. So what am I going to give this out of 10 then? Well, there's a couple of problems to a degree, but it's mostly to do with the actual programming, I'd say, more than anything else. No filter is a bit of a design flaw. I like the fact they've improved the way it fills in. Rinsing can be a little less desired if you're not using fabric softener. And the spin performance, okay, it's not great if you're using flex time on the minimum setting or 60-minute easy wash. It just doesn't spin great. 1400 RPM, this is still rather damp. And the other problem is creasing. So it doesn't matter whether you're using cottons at 1400 or synthetics at 1200 or even the 30-minute rapid wash. It creases clothes badly on every spin, no matter what size of load. And now, of course, that's like a half size load, so with a full size load, it gets even worse. You also get weird patches of dryness, like it just doesn't use enough water. 7.5 out of 10. There's actually been improvements from the last series of Zanussi, and that's nice to see. That's nice to see them taking feedback and improving on it. I do like the touch buttons, they're very responsive. I like the dials, also very responsive. Everything's very responsive at the top. I like the drawer now, you've got a pre-wash that's now back in there. I like the fact it fills through the tub again, not through the door. The door design's a bit boring, I'm going to say, more than anything, and possibly a bit ugly. If they changed the door design more of like a Lindo door kind of style, it would have been better looking, just saying. But with this new style, it would have looked great with the older door, I think. Or a different type of door. It just needs maybe a bit more stylish than this door. Yeah. And that's overall what I think about it. So, 7.5. Let me know down below what you think about this machine, what you do or don't like about this machine, anything I got wrong, anyone that can date it, please let me know as well down below. And again, just let your thoughts about this machine be known down below. Right, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another review. Bye for now.